Your heart is glowing, and I'm crashing into you. Baby, kiss me before they turn the lights out.
Hey everyone, this is Natasha from MakeupInSFC. This is my lovely friend Elisa, and today we're starting our series called Let's Be Makeup Friends, and today we started with a easy smoky eye for beginners. So if you'd like to see how we did it step by step, please keep on watching. Bye! Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is prime her eyelids. This is my Wet n Wild primer by Fergie. We all know it's my favorite. Okay, the trick to a smoky eye, especially if you're starting out, is you want to do it the easiest way possible, which is messy. We're going to use a base because I want it to lean a little pink. This is the Maybelline Tattoo in Pomegranate Punk. So this color I'm only going to take from the base of her eyelashes all the way up to the crease. You don't want to go past the crease because you're going to use something else in the crease to darken it up and blend it. Now when I teach my friends, what I like to do is I like to do one eye and then I have them do the other eye, just so that they learn how to do it, because if I do it for them, I can't be at their house all the time doing their makeup. Right, Alicia? Mm-hmm. This is the eyeshadow palette in Downtown Browns. This is from Black Radiance. We're going to use all of the smoky purple shades. You could do this technique with any color and it'll be the same process. So I'm taking a flat shader brush. This is just an E.L.F. Essential flat shader brush. And I'm placing that right over the top of the cream eyeshadow base that we put on. Not going past the crease, so I'm pretty much just covering exactly where I want to. So when you're doing a smoky eye, what you want to do is mix textures. So you want to use shimmery shades with matte shades, and then anything that's monochromatic will work for a smoky eye. Because a modern way of doing a smoky eye is having that gradient from the dark all the way to the light. When you start doing that technical crease stuff, inner corner, blah blah blah, it gets complicated, especially when you're starting out. So here I'm just patting the color and then using the end of the brush to blend up to the crease. Now, as I've said in other videos, go ahead and tilt your head this way, you never want to go past from your nose up to the end of your eyebrow. If you do that, it looks sad. You don't want to look sad when you're trying to look pretty. Then I'm going to do the same to the other eye. So now your best friend is this big fluffy brush. It comes in different kinds. This is a BH Cosmetics brush, but you can use Sigma E40 or a MAC 224, as long as it's this tapered sort of brush. I think Target even has a really good fluffy brush, yeah, that we all like. So what I would recommend is using some kind of matte brown shade. A matte brown shade like this one, where it's kind of caramel toned, or like if there was one color you're going to buy from MAC, soft brown, because that type of color is going to help you blend the edge no matter what eyeshadow color you use. So today I'm going to use soft brown from MAC. So for myself, I open my eyes like this, so I'm going to ask her to raise her eyebrows as well, so that you can blend that outer edge. Now when you're doing the makeup yourself, it's going to be easier to raise your eyebrows yourself, but then if you're doing it with someone else, it may seem a little awkward. So here I'm holding it at the end of the brush so that I have that lightweight touch, and then I'm just blending the edges. It's okay if it's a little messy, that's what you're trying to achieve. And again, small circles from the outer edge all the way to the inner corner. If you wanted to do the most basic smoky eye, you could stop at this, because this would blend out the edge and you would be done, and it would look like you tried really hard. If you wanted to make this a little bit more advanced, then you can take one more step to create the dimension. So there's 3 steps to this eyeshadow look. There's the cream eyeshadow base, then there's the first eyeshadow that I placed all over the lid, and then the blending of the crease with the matte brown. That would be the easiest smoky eye. Now if you wanted to be fancy and use a 4th color, what I would do is take a color that's a slight shade darker. Maybe you could do like a darker brown or a black, and it would pretty much go with any color. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that in the outer corner, so go ahead and show the audience. I'm going to take it in the outer corner, just tap over the edge, and then I would start making smaller circles. Now what that does is it creates another gradient from lightest to darkest. And then when I'm blending that outer edge, whatever's left, I can start bringing in. And it's up to you how dark you want to do it, because you could go super dark and have it be really dramatic, or you could just keep it light so that it has that slight gradient. And then whatever is left, I kind of pull out to the edge so that it's a little higher and looks like her eyes are lifted. Now the next step is, if you wanted to make it a little bit more smoky, then you could use a black eyeshadow like this one. This is the I Heart Matte palette from Wet n Wild. And what this does is, if you add a little bit of black eyeliner closest to the lash line, it creates more of the darkness that you want, which is signature for a smoky eye. And then what you do is you just place it, especially if you're new at makeup, just tapping it right at the upper lash line. It doesn't have to be precise, it could be really messy, because that's what the smoky eye is. When you get too accurate, that's when it looks too overdone. Then you can just rub a little bit of black mascara all through the lashes, because that will create the smokiness again. What you can do is use the same two colors that you've been using for the eyeshadow and smudge it on the lower lash line. So go ahead and please look up. I'm just taking the first eyeshadow brush that we used earlier and just smudging that. For some people's eyes, you can go all the way in and create that smokiness. For some eye shapes, it may close off your eyes and make it look smaller than it is. So for Elisa right here, I'm just going to go about 2/3 of the way in. So right now, the best thing for a smoky eye is tone down the rest of the makeup. So what you want to do is have a really natural skin base, and then you can also contour your cheeks, but I wouldn't do too much blush because it will compete with the eye. Then what you can do is you could do a nude lip, or if you wanted to be glam, you could do a drastic lip, like maybe a purple or a red or a fuchsia. But with this look, I think we might do a nude lip. This is Nude Cream from Milani. It's a really nice mid-tone pink. She's already put chapstick on, so I'm just going to use this with a Real Techniques detailer brush, and I'm just going to put that all over the lip. Using a natural lip color like this will allow your smoky eye to be the focal point of your makeup look. I'm going to use the Chroma lip gloss in Wildflower Honey and just top off her lipstick. A little bit of gloss makes it fancy. If you wanted to make your lips look a little pouty, I would just put the lip gloss right at the center of her lip.
So here's the finished makeup look, super smoky, and I hope it was easy to follow. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please like and comment below. Thank you so much to Elisa for helping me out, and I hope you enjoyed watching my friend and me play with makeup. Okay, see you later. Bye!
I was like, I don't know the. I squinted.
Okay. What?
Sorry.
Series. Let's be makeup friends. Let me try that again.
Let's be